Do the countdown, eh? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's edition of the Film Agenda 256 show right here on our YouTube channel. My name is Patrick Sentong, and I'm gonna be discussing film as usual today. Now, part of the 3% of the contribution to the national GDP from the creative arts and culture sector is money that comes from the film industry. And film has had its share of challenges, but also share of wins in the past years, all in the recent past. And now today, we are going to be discussing the future, the current, and what needs to be done to further formalize, but then also clear a few things here and there in relation to the film. And today, we are going to be discussing money, because the gentleman I'm hosting tonight, Mr. Robert Womai, is the Chief Executive Officer of UFMI. Now, UFMI is the Uganda Film and Movie Industry, is it?
Federation of
Yeah,
Movie Industry.
Uganda Movie Federation, Uganda Film and
Uganda Federation of Movie Industry.
Yes, Uganda Federation of Movie Industries. Now, UFMI is the body or the CM or the collective management organization that collects royalties, if I got that right, on behalf of filmmakers. To join me tonight for that particular conversation is Mr. Robert Womai, the CEO of the CMO. Welcome, Mr. Robert.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
say hello
Setongo.
to our viewers.
Yeah, hello viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I expect you to pay attention and learn and be entertained as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Kicking it off tonight, UFMI, Uganda Federation of Movie Industries. I got that right.
Yes.
Because of, I usually have issues or problems, saying out to the short forms of all these institutions in the arts, mostly because I interact with very many of them over and over again, so I get mixed up. So UFMI is a collective management society or organization. Yes. Briefly to our viewers, I want you to break that down. What does UFMI do and what is its mandate?
All right, thank you, Mr. Setongo. My name's Robert Womai, the Chief Executive Officer of Uganda Federation of Movie Industry. As Mr. Setongo had earlier introduced me, I'm here to interact with you, and I want you to understand what exactly Uganda Federation of Movie Industry does, what is its mandate. We are here as a CMO of audiovisual sector. You may say film and movies inclusive.
Film and movies. Is audiovisual.
Yes.
Okay.
So our mandate as a CMO in charge of audiovisual, we license, we collect royalties, and distribute them to members of the sector. Okay.
I understand that the leadership of UFMI changes after 3 years. Am I right?
Of course, basing on our constitution, but currently we are looking at amendments whereby soon we are going for an extraordinary general meeting.
Before we get there, I want to understand. Let's use a sample space of the past 3 years. Yeah. What has been some of the key challenges and some of the key achievements in the past 3 years? Let us just use that small sample space.
Well, UFMI has undergone a number of challenges in the past 3 years, say from 2022.
Yes.
Whereby there were some challenges. UFMI was stopped to operate or to do its operations by the regulator, URSB, and which caused the former CEO to resign. And there was a vacancy there, there was a lapse. The board, which was in place, looked for new CEO,
yes,
whom they installed. Then a little shortly, he also went to do other businesses. So recently, last year, 2024, I was appointed in September
Last year,
2024.
September.
I
Okay.
was appointed as a CEO. Those are the changes that have taken place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the appointment. Understand you will be marking the year in
Yeah.
a few days' time or weeks.
Soon.
Yes, soon.
Yes.
What has been done to restore the sanity? Understand the recent pastors had a couple of challenges, like you've stated, and also to understand it, it was a time we are moving out of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah.
So the change in leadership back to back must have set a couple of challenges to you as the leader that came in to harmonize a few things here and there. What has been done, or what are some of the what have you done to restore the sanity within this period of 1 year?
Well, when I assumed office, of course, I found a number of challenges. And of course, challenges come with solutions. You can't have a solution without a challenge.
Yes.
So I came to begin with to handle the challenges that were faced. Of course, the CMO was operating on zero fund. It had no money. The account was on zero. But when I assumed the office, of course, I was introduced to the regulator and I began to do my duties. So from there, we began to go out to assess and license the users, whereby we began to realize some money on the account, which began to sort out a number of challenges. And of the major challenges that we had, we handled the issue of update of the company, which was not yet done. And this update exercise took us a long time to see that we normalize and the company come back to the register of URSB, which we did, and recently we accomplished that, which is a good take.
Okay.
And so right now, the challenges, of course, were also there. Before, UFMI had never
Okay.
done anything, which was,
Still on the part of the challenges, there has
yes,
been a lot of back and forth
yes,
in regards to the UFMI annual general meeting. I think it should have been 2 or 3 months back, if I'm
yes.
right, when it had to happen. A lot of things happened there. Filmmakers ideally can relate with the conversation we're having. Two things. What exactly happened and failed it? Secondly, I understand that you're calling back the AGM. What is the status quo as of now?
Well, we were to have an AGM in March, but as I have told you, the challenge, UFMI as a company had not fulfilled the requirements of the company, the register of company at the URSB, whereby it was to fulfill the requirement of data update.
Why did it fail? Is it about incompetence, Mr. Omai?
There were a few anomalies which we put up to correct, because the former proprietors of the company, some of them were not readily reached.
Yes.
They were not accessed.
To try to backtrack some of these
Yes, we
things.
couldn't look for them and we couldn't trace them where they were. So we had to look at restating or getting new people or new members to be the proprietors of the company use that.
So was it an internal decision to put hold to the AGM, or it was from the powers that be that regulate?
Of course, as UFMI, for us, we were ready to hold, but the regulator could not allow the company, which is not yet reinstated on the registry, to hold, because it was also illegal to do an activity of AGM when you are not on the company's register, or when you are struck off until you did that to update the register. The register is when you could become legal and begin to do legal
All right.
exercises.
Thank you so much. Mr. Robert Womai is, our guest today, and he's the Chief Executive Officer of the Federation of the Movie, industry. And it is the CMO UFMI that, regulates and, collects royalties on behalf of the audiovisual practitioners. Mr. Robert Womai, still on the issue of the failed AGM. I understand there are preparations to have the AGM in the near future.
As I told you, AGM didn't fail. AGM is ongoing. The plan is ongoing.
Yes.
To see that it come to happen. So, but before the AGM, whereby the new administration is supposed to be elected, or governance of the directors, because right now the directors regime has expired.
Yes.
Right now they are acting in a borrowed time. So we are on the roadmap to holding an AGM.
Their extension was okayed by the regulator.
Yeah, it's okay until, because everything has to be upright,
yes,
or put right before
the
AGM is done. So right now we are working, or we have been working on the amendments of the memos, or the articles of the company or of the organization, to align with the mandate of a CMO, or a collecting management organization. So this alignment has been done. The memos have been drafted. So before we go for AGM, annual general meeting, which will be electing new directors, we are going to hold extraordinary general meeting of members to discuss and adopt the new amendments of the
Mr. Robert,
articles
to get it right, and also to help our viewers out there, there are two meetings that are happening. One is the you call it the extraordinary
general meeting.
The extraordinary general
meeting, yes.
And then the AGM. So the extraordinary meeting is the one that is going to come first. Are the dates for both these meetings already set?
For now, the date for extraordinary general meeting was set, and it was advertised. The law says you advertise that, or you put up a notice 20 days before it happens. That has been done. We have put out a note, and before the time that is required by the law, and it is coming next week on 21st August. We are having this extraordinary general meeting. Members have been contacted. We have shared information, and even we have begun to contact also individually by calling to remind them that they should be in this meeting.
So in the extraordinary meeting is not where the voting is going to happen.
This is for purposes of voting. Maybe if there is disagreement on a certain issue, they can vote still.
So who is eligible to vote?
A member who is fully paid up and who has fulfilled all the requirements. Paid up means membership and a subscription. And you have fulfilled all the requirements that are needed to be a full member of a CMO. You are eligible to voting to make decisions.
To have it on Mr. Womai. Yes. UFMI roughly has how many fully registered members?
Fully registered members, or we would say fully updated.
Yes.
Because UFMI had a list or a register of members who went beyond 3,000. But when I came in the office, we had to begin the exercise of update, and the
ones that have
saving
updated
and reaching out those who were available through contacts or phone calls. So we saved out the registry. We got around 329.
Okay.
But those who are fully updated right now, currently,
who are in this case ones that are expected to be
who
part
are
of these
expected
meetings?
to be the decision makers
Okay.
next week on 21st are 83.
Okay.
Fully paid up,
Okay.
fully fulfilled,
83.
who have fulfilled all their
So-
requirements.
So, Mr. Omai, there is talk out there that some members are being intentionally excluded from all these activities. Why is that?
I think that's a
Is
wrong.
this an issue of ones that have not updated that just think they have to be part of all these engagements? Or?
No, for this particular meeting, we are not stopping a stakeholder in the film industry. Whether you are fully paid up, whether you have not fulfilled the requirements, we are inviting you to attend this meeting.
Okay.
But those who will make decisions are the only ones who have fulfilled their requirements. But every stakeholders and the well-wishers are welcome. Even observers are welcome to be in this meeting, to know what is going on and to be part of this exercise.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Omai. In our conversations, as from the time we started off, there has been a lot of reference by yourself to the regulator, who is the Registration Services Bureau, URSB, that is mandated, that also regulates UFMI as the film CEO, CMO. That speaks to still some of word that's out there in some of the stakeholders and filmmakers, that you praise the ground on which the URSB bosses work, that you are, in bracket, more like their puppet. You work on their orders and you never make the real, concrete, independent decisions for your position. I would love you to look directly into this camera and address that.
Yeah, I want to clarify to you that being regulated or guided doesn't mean you're a puppet. A regulator will guide you, but he will not limit you to do your mandate.
It is now,
but he wants you to play within the rules and the regulations.
But it is like also upon you.
For example, you are in a football pitch. There are rules, there are regulations that govern. So you may want to do what you want, but there are rules. For example, they say when you score a goal, don't remove the cloth because of excitement. So that's a rule. So, and it's a guideline. So URSB, who is our regulator, does only their part, which they are mandated to do. And we also do our part, which we are mandated to do. The only thing they say they do to us is to guide us not to go astray. You may be doing a lot of good works, good activities, but if you go outside the guidelines of a collecting management organization, you'll have done nothing.
It is
so their work is specifically to guide us, and you have to observe that.
I would love to agree, because as a regulator, I come from the broadcasting, journalism, media world, where our regulator is the UCC. UCC, their role is very strategic at the top. They cite standards, probably minimum broadcasting standards that are supposed to be followed by we the practitioners. But they never get to interfere with the internal affairs of the various independent or private media houses and how they run their business. For UFMI, that has URSB as a regulator, I have it on clear ground that your regulator directly comes and interferes with the internal business of the CMO that you run.
Maybe that is a wrong observation to me, because I work and we work with them and we need their support.
Probably. Have you been compromised?
In as what? Compromise meaning what?
Compromised by the officials from the regulator?
That what? What are they benefiting when they are compromising you? There is nothing they benefit. They are working, doing their roles, they are paid a salary. We are also working, doing our roles, even when we are volunteering, because we are not even paid. So how do we, or how can we be compromised by those who are regulating us, who are not benefiting even from
Well,
what we are doing?
I'll choose to keep that, at that,
Yes.
and then ask, how has your engagements with the regulator benefited the people who hold the copyrights to their works?
All right. Right now, to me, I see that right now, if we are dancing in the line of guidance by the regulator, I see we are scoring
Scoring.
vis-a-vis the past.
Okay.
In the past, the regulator was saying, this is how things happen. Then they find us doing different ways. That's where the suspension came from. You get it? So, but this time round, we are observing the regulations and the guidelines. And already so far, we have begun to achieve.
Okay.
We have begun to do, because the regulator says the role of a CMO is to collect royalties and distribute royalties to its members. Already, we have begun to do the same. Recently, if you have been around the country and within Uganda, I believe the news has reached you. 2 weeks ago, we managed to do the first activity. Our mandate, which we have never done as UFMI for 15 years since it was established, we did it in the last 2 weeks. On the 2nd August, we distributed the first royalties to members. And here we have set a precedence that we are going forward. I want to tell you that in just 2 weeks, when we distributed this money, only 37 members had complied to fulfill the requirements, because we had labored to call them, come and update your register. People were saying, what are we going to benefit?
Why the number has always been inconsistent?
Yes.
Why the 30 now?
Okay. So just in 2 weeks.
And on that same question, I want you to address why the recent URSB registered resolution was made, and why was it only with the 30 handpicked members?
The requirement, members are many, but as I told you, that URSB has what it wants.
Those are their interests that
the
I mentioned.
condition, not interest, but it's within the law. A member to be on the update or to be on the resolution will have fulfilled the requirements.
Yes.
And we labored to find these 30 members. Not only 30, they were actually 33 whom we managed to get. But we wanted to put all the list of members who have complied, even if it was 100. But we managed to get 30, and of course the minimum for the minimum requirement is 30. So we didn't handpick. I want to clarify we didn't handpick, but those who
it was stipulated
to fulfill are the ones we presented.
Well, as the CEO, that speaks to a touch of transparency from within the members that you lead. I want to understand, I believe you've also got those complaints. Why 30? Was it that they were handpicked? We have very many members. There's been a lot of inconsistency. As the CEO, what are you doing to ensure that there is a touch of high transparency in the CMO that you lead?
Maybe to let you know, when I came in the office, my first
assignment
obligation was focusing on transparency and accountability.
On a scale of 100%, how have you fared if you would rate yourself?
If I rate myself at the speed that things have happened, I would say I'm 99%.
Thank you, my brother. Well done. I hope for the people that are watching, the filmmakers, the members of UFMI, on a scale of 100%, Your CEO here gives himself 99%. Just get down in the comment section and tell me how much would you give him. Let's continue, Mr. Umai.
So as I said, the speed at which things have moved within 10 months, things have worked as though it is 5 years.
5 years.
And I want to say this, within 2 more years, I think the film industry, even babies who are not yet born will be actors. That's a promise.
Yes.
And they will be members of UFMI. They will earn royalties.
Well, Mr. Umai, some of these things you're saying come off as if, it's a fairy tale. It's like a movie. There is a touch of disconnection to the things you're speaking here and how your members out there seem to be looking at them. Is there a fair process, or is there a way, a mechanism, or a platform where there is direct flow of communication from your end as the management to your members that you serve? Because some of these things seem to be, from this end and not directly out there. How do you ensure this flow?
Well, me as a COO and with the little efforts, we have not yet exploited our efforts.
Yes.
But the little efforts that we have done and the little knowledge I have, I know we are in contact with our members.
Okay.
One-on-one and in groups. So far, I've managed to harmonize what has been bringing conflicts, setting apart, and everyone saying we are this group and we want also to form up our CMO. We have managed to harmonize people who were different. We have brought them together. And right now, we are sitting on the same table and discussing the matters of the film industry.
Whereas I would love to applaud you for solving some of those challenges, it's also no secret that we are having some filmmakers that are choosing to sign out of the CMO. Is that true or right?
As I talk now, I've not heard that. No one is signing out. Instead, every day, those who we never expected are coming to sign in.
Okay.
So I've not heard what you are saying.
Okay. Thank you for that brief background and bringing us up to speed. Now, I would want to know what is in the proposed revised memorandum and articles of association.
I think
you could take us from the genesis of how the story has been and bring us up to speed to this entire revision that's ongoing. And
first of all, in the proposed draft of the memo, I want to just highlight the issue of membership. In membership, we are looking at 2 categories.
Yes.
Producers of film and performers of film.
Yes.
And we are looking at the rights holders. A right is owned by an individual. So if you're a filmmaker, if you are an actor, you come as an individual to hold your rights. Because if we are giving royalties, we are giving to individuals. There's been a proposal to harmonize guilds and associations also to be part of this draft.
I was about to ask that, why is the element of guild representation being removed?
Yes. Now we are not ruling out that people shouldn't form or be in organizations like guilds or associations because they are good and quick for communication and organizational structure of members. Reaching, for example, you want to reach Guru members of Northern region or Western or Eastern or Central, you go through their leaders of associations. We are encouraging that, and we are telling our members to identify themselves with associations for purposes of easy information. Why has it not been captured in the draft amendment? Because we have been pushing to see that it simplifies, for example, when it comes to a time of general meetings, whereby if you are 3,000 people and you lack where to sit, you lack the facilitation to facilitate every member because you want to make a quorum. So we said, can't we do guilds? Can't we do associations to be representatives? But as we began to discuss with the legal fraternity, they said our laws in Uganda are not yet flowing with the guilds until the laws are amended to suit that. It's when we can come in with that.
What do you have to say about how all of that affects inclusivity and institutionalization?
Which one? The structure, the guilds?
The guild representation.
They
being removed, if at all.
They have not been removed, they are identified, but
they have not been captured.
The guilds are identified, but where they fail to perform is the line of legal, the Ugandan laws. So, but they are still recognized, and we are still contacting our members through guilds, through associations, leaders. So we still encourage that. Until this is a constitution. A constitution can change at any time,
Mr. Omai,
basing on the changes in the law.
By your coming, some of the members of the CMO that you lead thought that there would be a certain breath of fresh air into the institution. However, talk is that UFMI has kept using the same old tactics and methods of solving problems 10 plus years later. And you keep expecting to get different results using same methods that have failed in the past?
Maybe I wanted you to be clear to me, because which tactic was used before, which is again being what? Replayed.
In general, with all the way things are being handled, it's been same old tactics and way of doing things. There is no breath of fresh air, and it's the reason some of this mess is still within the institution.
As I told you earlier, that the mess or the misunderstanding or the mismatch,
the disagreements.
Yeah, the disagreements, to me right now, they are becoming a myth and a history, because we are trying as much as possible to see that all the stakeholders within the film industry are as one voice, and we are moving as a unity. And even when there are some small disagreements, shouldn't deter us from moving forward together. Yes.
All right. Mr. Robert Womai, CEO of the UFMI. Recently, should be about coming close to 2 weeks, the CMO that he leads, for the very first time, if I get that right, gave back to its members. A step that I personally applauded you on, because it was really under your leadership that realities were being, given to their rightful, recipients. However, when I dug deep, I understood that UFMI has over 100 members, like you earlier said, right? But the ones that were remunerated, all ones that were given some money as part of royalties, were less than 30. How is that, and what is the explanation to that? What was the criteria that was used to put out these royalties?
Of course, UFMI has structures of leadership, and UFMI is led by the board of directors. The directors sat and analyzed who qualifies to getting royalties.
Basing on what?
Basing on being it that this is the first distribution. They resolved. Once a body resolves, it's the people's what? A messenger.
Yes.
It's the one who resolve and said, this is what we can do. It's not the secretariat. So they resolved that for now, being it the first time, and being it that we are still working on the automation system that will guide us to sieve or to know whose film has done what, how many films one has. Let's begin distributing this money on uniform grounds. Let's give them, if it
Was
is...
it a general fee that was given?
It was.
To the 25 members, I want to believe there were 25.
There were 30 members
30
who
members.
got. And those ones were the ones who had fulfilled the requirements of becoming fully a member. There are those who have started on the process of membership, but they have not finished. So the board has not approved them as members.
Okay.
But after we had done that, the numbers have increased within 2 weeks. So far, we are approaching 100 who are fulfilling the requirements. Because to get royalties, you need to fulfill the requirement. And that's
so
what
out
the
of
board...
the many members you have,
Yes.
the ones that received the royalties are the ones that had fulfilled.
Yes, and they are going on. As you come in to fulfill, because the board has said the distribution plan is, let's do it after every 3 months.
Okay.
And distribute to every member who has fulfilled.
When you talk about
until we reach the automation
what entails
system.
having fulfilled the requirements?
Okay, having fulfilled the requirement, as a member, you have to be a filmmaker, you have to be a producer, that is, you have to be a performer, and you will have applied to be a member and a paid membership fee of 20,000. And you will have also subscribed if you had already registered, you are a registered member already. Per year, you have to renew your membership subscription of 10,000.
Mr. Omai.
Then, on top of that, you may have paid, but you will have the exercise we call update. You will have filled the deed of assignment, assigning a CMO the roles it should do for you on your work, and declaring that work, that this work is mine, this title is mine, and we give you a copyright acknowledgement certificate.
You know of Palwood?
Yes.
Now, Palwood is an umbrella body for local filmmakers here in Uganda.
Producers.
I know 50 members fully subscribed.
They are 50.
They have had 50 or thereabout.
Yeah.
They have had some of their works with UFMI for over 2 years, 3 years, I want to believe by now. But none of those was part of the recipients of the long-awaited royalty distribution by the CMO.
Palwood members are members of UFMI, and they have paid their subscription, and we put up a call to make sure that individually members come to rectify their register by checking if all the required documents are there with UFMI. So some have come, they have done it, and among them, some have got the royalties.
Even after the official day?
Yes. No, not after, but that official day of distribution.
So they were
members were there, yes.
Part of these 50 plus?
Yes. The part of the 30 who got, and part of the 50. Those who had fulfilled their requirements got also their royalties.
So you're on record saying some Palwood members got royalties?
Royalties, yeah.
All right. As we come to the very end of this particular show, Mr. Omai, I want you to speak to the fact the institution that you've led close to a year has had a big share of challenges, although still under your leadership, we've seen some, positives come out, like one of giving back the royalties to filmmakers, like one of trying to, mend fences with members, trying to see that you still get them back. And then also, working out a close collaboration with your regulator to see that things are aligned here and there. But there are very many challenges that are still at hand. I want you to address how you're going to address these challenges. Speak about inclusivity, transparency, and all that, now that you're moving into your second year of leadership.
Wow, that is correct, and that's good. Inclusivity, we are on the journey to making every stakeholder in the film sector to be part of this CMO, because it is the only CMO in Uganda that takes the audiovisual and film. So we are calling upon each and every stakeholder to be part of the membership of UFMI as a collecting management organization. Yes, behind there may have been mischiefs, but we are saying let's forget of the past. Right now we are concentrating on the new, and we are in the new direction. Inclusivity is our agenda. Then transparency. We are making it sure that the money that we collect, our members get. And also, at the end of the year, we are going to broadcast or to publish
That is the accountability
bit.
Okay.
And we are also working on accountability to see that we automate the system such that everything is captured on the automation system.
Okay.
As earlier, I have always talked about the government services system that we are getting, which system URSB is using for registering, which system NIRA is using, which system a post office is using, which system Ministry of Internal Affairs is using.
The immigration team.
Yes, they're using. So UFMI is also adopting it. Some members, when we began to bring in this system, they were saying, UFMI, where are you getting the money to do this system? Because it's costly. Yeah, this system is costing over 1.5 billion. But UFMI has no money even to pay for it, but we have a will that we have it.
Okay.
So when we have a will that we have it for our members to believe in us, we have gone ahead to engage government. Say, government, help us. You may also not have money, but you have partners who can give
have you gone
this
with
money.
The negotiations with government?
Well, of course, government asked us a few things that when we shared with them, they wanted us to have a business plan as UFMI. Because if you are to get somebody to support you in this system, they need to know what benefit is going to benefit the members as well as the country.
The government. All right, Mr. Omai, the sector we are in today has structures at different levels. I want to understand under what structure or at what point, what was the entry point in your advocacy or in your coastal conversations with government? What was the entry point? You were approaching government in which capacity or under what structure?
Oh, well, I've always been a participant and a collaborator of government. Not only when I came in UFMI, but I've been running another organization called Intellectual Property Defender. And this organization has been working hand in hand with government arm, which is URSB. And it has been helping in doing enforcing for intellectual property.
Yes.
And also advocating for the rights owners.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So that has been your entry point through URSB, who is also your regulator.
Yes.
In the recently in this particular financial year, 2025-2026, one of the challenges that this sector has faced over the years is the issue of underfunding. You know, and the Connect for Culture Africa initiative advocates for at least 1% of the entire budgets of the various African countries that subscribe to the African Union to dedicate at least 1% of their total budgets to the arts sector. Now in Uganda, that's never happened. And over the years, our budget has always been less than even 0.1%. It's always 0.00 something percent. Unfortunately or fortunately, we saw that ever since forces within the industry joined into one force, into one voice, there is change. And it's a step in the right direction because we see light at the end of the tunnel. Last year, the budget that was dedicated to the sector in the 2024-2025 national budget was slightly higher than what was offered the previous year. But to speak to the current budget, 2025-2026, that was recently passed, the sector, the CCI, is the culture creative sector that also handles the arts that we are discussing broadly today, was given to a tune of 66 billion. The big question is to you, is UFMI tracked in the 66 billion of that budget? You've talked about acquiring that state-of-the-art technology or system, which you talked of being around 1.5 billion. Are you tapped anywhere in that budget? Probably the 1.5 billion would be scrapped off that money for the sector.
Yeah, I want to appreciate that you are informed.
Thank you.
And I want also to appreciate that you know that now people came together and moved as one voice. Yes, you see, if you are divided, you fall and you never get anything. But if you are united and speak as one, you will achieve great. Before, the art sector or the creative sector, each person was doing their own thing. And each group wanted to do their own thing. And there were so many groups. Even if you want help, no one will manage to help individuals or small groups. And the government has always looking at how can we help when people are not together. But luckily enough,
the structures are
by
now
God's
clear.
grace, people have come to realize that we can move as one and we achieve
Greatness.
better or greater. So good enough before, history of Uganda, the art sector or creative sector has not been always in the budget. But the government has now realized that we need to support, though they have not discovered the gold mine in the art sector. I want to tell you that the time they will discover, all their guns will be pointing to artists. Okay. The only solution we need to have for them to know that we don't need to convince them, but we do want to do things that will preach to them that you need to go there. You need to support more. So we want to appreciate so far what they're doing and what has begun to come. We have not yet received, but we are hopeful. And we are happy that we are moving in a good direction.
Yes.
And as you asked that, is UFMI captured in this as a CMO? Yes, CMOs, because we are the helpers or protectors of copyright. We can't miss out because you will produce your art. You will take it to the market, but a CMO will support you if there is a thief coming in. So that money is coming, and CMOs will also have part of it. The artists will have part of it in the form of revolving funds, circles. The artists are forming circles.
So in simple terms, UFMI is captured.
Is captured because we are going to support in sensitization of the law, first of all over the country, to see that our users of our artwork, of our members' work, learn or understand the law and they comply. And we have a lot of money out there, by the way. The little government is giving, we are going to use it effectively to see that we collect a lot of billions for our members. Because there is a lot which we have out there than what the government can give. Right. So in other words, government is doing its part to give us the first leg. The first leg, it may be a weak leg, which is a left leg. But always a left leg leads the way.
Right.
Before the right leg follows.
Right.
You get it?
Mr. Robert Womai, right there, CEO of UFMI, the CMO that, handles the filmmakers right there. I have a question I want to ask you in relation to what the future holds. But before, I want to get to our online audience that has been engaging with us. And of course, thank you so much for watching. Always a good time having you online as we get to discuss these conversations, art and culture. Now, I have Ismail Matovu, who says, nice to be on the show. Thanks, guys. Isma, thank you so much for watching. I have Zalika Ngati saying it's a great show. I have Ziraba Muzari saying I'm always locked here every Wednesday evening. And then very many comments coming in right here, but I think I'll end with this one for the interest of time. I will have Mr. Deo Semanda, who has a question that I think I'll throw to you. He's saying, if I have assigned UFMI my works, am I supposed to also resubmit them every year as it is with membership subscription?
I thank you. Deo, thank you. Deo is a member.
Yeah.
Deo has already fulfilled his requirements. And the thing is, if you have declared your work, you have submitted it, you have become a member, there is that part we call subscription. Subscription is annual.
It is done annually
pay.
once.
It's only 10,000 to renew yourself, and you say, I'm still available. It's like you are doing returns. Like a register of company, you have to update them that you are available and you're still in business.
Yes.
So it is so. But the works will have been submitted once.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Deo, I hope that, your question has been fully answered by the CEO. Now, moving forward, Mr. Robert, I want first of all thank the online audience. Thanks for tuning in, and let's keep the conversation going. Let's keep watching and keeping these conversations going. Kindly share to all people that you know in this film and art sector. Mr. Omai, what does the future hold for UFMI as a CMO? You've worked 1 year, coming to 1 year. Let's use a sample space of your next 1 year. What does the future of UFMI look like? And what do you hope to achieve in that 1 year, next 1 year?
The future of UFMI is great. I see light at the tunnel, the end of the tunnel. There is a green light. And within another 1 year, by this time, next year, every member in UFMI will be dancing, will be happy, will be looking at beginning to build themselves through their products.
Okay.
Because assuredly, we are working hard to see that also the market is available. Already, our friends, Parwood and the filmmakers in the East African community have led the way of putting up Stream East. That's a platform, it's a market, it's a good market. And we have begun to engage with other neighbors, the neighboring countries to sign a reciprocal agreement to see that we protect these works.
Okay.
No one should use them without pay.
Okay. Speaking of reciprocal agreements, understand during the same Eastern Africa's Filmmakers Summit that happened sometime in, I think, July, UFMI signed a reciprocal agreement with Zanzibar.
Zanzibar, yes.
If you could just make sense of that, what was, what led to that, and why, what entails that reciprocal agreement, what comes with it, and above all, how does it benefit a local filmmaker here?
Wow, thank you. Reciprocal agreement essence is to see that the other country protects the works of your members in their jurisdiction, as well as we protect theirs. And Stream East is joining these East African countries to create a market for any product. For a layman's understanding, in any market, you can never take goods which are precious to a market and you never have security around it.
Yes.
Or fence the market.
So the reciprocal agreements
So there
ensure
is
that
a
fence.
fencing of protection,
So
assuring clean market.
So a local filmmaker here should now know that when they get their works in Zanzibar, they will still
be
earn
safe.
even when it is playing there.
Yes.
So what are there plans to see to it that even other countries get to sign reciprocal agreements? The UFMIs of other countries, the film
Yes,
or
yeah, we are
CMOs
actually, UFMI is not local as people think. UFMI is entirely global.
Yes.
We are international. We protect even other members who have signed treaties.
Yes.
Which concern intellectual property. So we protect Kenya as Kenya protects us if it's a given, a signatory on these conventions or treaties. So UFMI is not a local CMO. As people think global. That we are only protecting Uganda. No, even foreign movies, we're in charge. For example, UFMI is a member of an organization called AGICOA, which is an international collecting management societies organization, which entails all these big countries, America, Russia, Ukraine, India, China, UK, whereby in the entire Africa, UFMI is the only African country who is a member on AGICOA. And so do you protect currently, we are a member, but we are in a negotiation of having a document that protects, that represents. So, for example, next week on 19th, we have a meeting with the executive director of AGICOA, who sit in Geneva. We are having a meeting concerning the agreements. In December, we are going for a general meeting as members where they are going to agree to sign an agreement for UFMI to protect the foreign movies which are here. So some of those foreign movies have actually become a challenge to Ugandan filmmakers. And one of the issues that some filmmakers have had actually with UCC, who is now the regulator of the broadcasting spaces, is that there is a lot of illegal broadcast of these films. So is it the absence of that document you're talking about that has brought about UFMI not coming into play to probably collect? Because I believe with that document, all the membership, the union with AGICOA, you should be collecting because their films are playing here, the Indian movies. Well, UCC has a mandate regarding copyright to stop anyone who is broadcasting illegal movies, even with or without UFMI. Okay. UCC has a duty to require those people to produce evidence that whatever is being broadcasted has permission. Tick all boxes. Because, for example, if the owners of those movies came and found any broadcasting television doing their movies or broadcasting without permission, UCC is the one to will be also sued together with the other. So because they have a mandate. I understand UCC. And recently, by the way, I'm talking this because these people have already approached us. Some of them. Yes, the representatives of these people. They were written to them that UFMI is issuing licenses to people who are broadcasting pirated movies of yours. So they came to clarify the information that they received. So when we talked with them, we said for us, we are not, because we don't have your mandate, you have not given us bilateral agreement, we cannot ask them to pull down these things. So you but for us, we are licensing on behalf of our members locally. So they said the wrong thing UCC is doing is to stop, is not stopping these people. But we are going to come, if UCC doesn't stop these people, UFMI will be our witness over this. They said, let members collect evidence. Any TV that is broadcasting their movies and the UCC with them will go to court.
Do you think UCC has taken a step in that regard?
Of course,
All as UFMI, did you take it upon yourself to reach out to them?
of course, we don't regulate UCC.
But did you prompt them?
These were words of mouth in a meeting.
Probably they use this,
If
your
you are
communication
going,
here.
If you are going
Yeah.
to UCC, you would go with a document that
Yes.
this is this. So it wouldn't be, but I'm trying to put this
Yes.
because recently we had this meeting with the
Engagement.
representatives of this Motion Picture Association
Yes.
of America, Disney representatives,
These are big
Hollywood
franchises.
representatives.
Yes.
They say we are organizing to come.
Okay.
They have not been having interest in Uganda, but those who wrote this message to them have provoked them. That's why they came to ask UFMI, what is going on? Why are you licensing?
Emboozi tebankadde.
Yes, sir.
Nasigwa ginyumya. Mr. Omai, thank you so much for coming through. And I hope we can keep having you more and more so that
More
you
and more.
rectify and make sense of various issues that are affecting the film industry. At this particular time, I kindly ask you to, give your closing remarks, any final words to your members of UFMI, but then also generally to the film industry and the entire culture creative sector.
Wow. I want to thank you, members, for listening in and viewing. I want to end with this to our members. Next week on 21st, we are having extraordinary general meeting. I want to invite each and every stakeholder, even well-wishers of the film industry, to be present. We shall be even on streaming live. Even if you don't come to National Theatre where we shall have this meeting, because space may be small, you can also tune in. We shall share the links, and we have already shared. We shall be live streaming. So be part of this, and I want to encourage the members who have not fulfilled their requirements to come and cross-check and fulfill their register. And I want also to tell the creative industry that we have a future, and the film is the center of everything. Film is the center of every creative. You can never make a movie or a film and you roll out a musician, you roll out a fashion maker,
roll out the entire
you roll
culture.
out a carpenter, you roll out a driver, you roll out a camera holder. Even those, every writer will be part of this. So film is the unit point. Let's embrace film. Let's bring our babies to be part of this. And actually, by the way, we are saying we don't have jobs in Uganda. There's jobs